Hey everybody, Jason Shepard of M0A.com. To say I had an interesting day today would be an understatement. I was flying, well we weren't even flying yet, I was with a student, we taxied out and the circuit breaker kept popping on the intercom. And I'd push it back in, and it kept popping back out. It's not good to just keep doing it over and over and over. There's a serious problem going on there. So I decided, hey, we're not going flying without an intercom. We had no way to hear each other, let alone other aircraft. So we decided just to go ahead and taxi it back in, uncontrolled airport, no big deal. I brought it down to my mechanic who said, well, I can't do anything for you. You need to go to the avionics shop. Well, it turns out the avionics shop is at the Class Delta. We all know Class Delta. We got to talk to somebody. The Class Delta airport, just west of the field. So now I kind of had an advantage, as I knew I was going to be going in there with no radios. So I was able to give the tower a call. I have them set up on speed dial, so when my students are in trouble, I can just call them and say, hey. I called the tower and said, hey, this is Jason. Just let you know, I need to come in there and I've got no radios. So they said, hey, no problem, just tell us what time, and they told me to enter on a left downwind for 3-6 and just be on time and look for the light gun signals. I was like, well, that's pretty cool. But then I got to thinking, what if this would have happened in the air? Or what if it would have happened to one of my students while they were soloing? Would they have known the light gun signal procedures? And that's why I wanted to take a moment to go over the light gun signal procedures with you guys, just so you stay up to date with them. Because it was really exciting. I mean, I've had light gun signals for practice, but never actually had to have them. And during the day, it was a little bit hard to see it, being so bright out from the tower. But I wish I could have taken you guys with me and filmed it, but that would have been way too stressful, as it was already a stressful situation enough. But enough of me rambling about my story. Number one, I want to hear if you guys have any stories of lost communications due to alternator failures or anything, circuit breakers popping out like my situation. I want to hear your stories. So on M0A.com, leave me a comment below. And but before you do that, I want to go over a quick recap with you guys over the light gun signals, just so we're all really on the same page with things and you're really staying up to date with those. So let's go over them real quick. So this image you guys are seeing here, ATC Light Gun Signals, is actually taken from my newest book, Pass Your Private Pilot Check Ride 2.0, which will be out in just a few weeks. So you're getting kind of a sneak peek at some of the graphics in there. Anyways, if we receive light gun signals, the color, steady green on the ground, cleared for takeoff. In flight, clear to land. Flashing green on the ground, clear to taxi. In flight, return to land. Steady red on the ground is just stop. In flight, give way to other aircraft. Flashing red, taxi clear of runway. In flight, airport unsafe, do not land. Flashing white tells you to return to your starting point and only applies on the ground. And alternating red and green means the same thing. Exercise extreme caution, both on the ground and in flight. Do I expect you to memorize each and every single one of these? No. Even on your check ride, I've had students say, well, I know the main ones. I know steady green is cleared for takeoff or clear to land. I know steady red is to stop on the ground and give way to other aircraft in flight. And they know the basic, they know the gist of it. Another thing to say is, hey, I've got this stuff on my kneeboard. Have it with you in the airplane so you can look it up. That is the most important thing, because in a pressure situation where, say you weren't lucky like me, you didn't know it was going to happen really. That happened in flight, high pressure situation, you're trying to troubleshoot. The last thing you need to be doing is trying to think about, well, what were the light gun signals? What is the tower trying to tell me? Have them down in front of you. Most knee boards print them out on them so you have them there. I might make this image available that you guys can print out and keep it in your flight bags just so you have that. But it's so, so important that you at least memorize the basic ones and have them on your knee board in your flight bag for the other situations. Okay, another important thing, lost communications. What do we squawk? We squawk 7600. That is lost communications. So you got your squawk codes. You can expect light gun signals. A good thing to acknowledge your light gun signals, rock your wings. When I came in there, they gave me the steady green light on downwind. I rocked my wings to say, hey, I see you. I know what's going on. And to let them know we were on the same page. So that's really, really good to know. Another thing you do, maybe flash your landing light. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do just so you acknowledge, especially if you're on the ground, assuming they can see your landing light. Real important that you are able to acknowledge it back as well and be able to see them. I encourage you guys to practice your light gun signals. If a tower's not too busy, guys, they might just say, you know, sure, we'll give you light gun signals if you'd like, just for practice. During the day, it's real hard to see them. At night, it's easy, but man, during the daytime, it was hard to see those lights. So something to maybe practice. Guys, I want to, like I said earlier, hear about your experiences. Have you ever had light gun signals for a real scenario or for practice? What was the situation or any other in-flight things you want to talk about? Leave me a comment below. What'd you think about the video? I love talking to you guys. Please leave me a comment below, especially if you're on m0a.com. You know you'll get a reply back from me. I can't promise anything if you're commenting on YouTube, as I don't check it. But I do check m0a.com all the time for comments. So tweet it, like it on Facebook, whatever you got to do. Leave me some comments down there. Guys, thank you for being such a blessing to myself and to my business. And most importantly, hey, remember, a good pilot is always learning. Thanks for all you do, guys. See ya.